right, everybody, we've got a full class. If anybody wants us to scoot out and you want to come in, are y'all good? You're good? Okay. I don't mind having a 2-layer circle as long as y'all are comfortable with that. It's perfect with me. I wanted to change it up a little bit and just get us out of our comfort zone, make us look at each other. I know that's crazy. But I want y'all to know, first and foremost, you're in a safe place. You're in a non-judgment zone. So whether you're a beginner or you're advanced, please don't be worried. We have the sweetest group. I hope y'all all get to know each other. That is kind of the culture, the vibe. That's the way I want it to be, and I hope that it continues. So no judgment on yourself, no judgment on anyone around you. Just focus on you. That's who you're in competition with, just getting better each week. So we're going to start. I love to start our class laying back. So just go ahead and lay all the way back on your mat, flat on your back. If you don't like being flat, you can always put your knees up in the air, or you can just rest, whatever feels good. I like to take this opportunity to just give everyone a chance to relax. Let your muscles go. And just start to take notice of your breath. I always like to start with some kind of quote or read to you guys, but today I want to share briefly a little lesson that I learned this weekend. And it may or may not resonate with you. And if you want to tune me completely out, you can, and you can just focus on your breath. But if you'd like to take some valuable information with you, this might be something that could help you as well. So, have you ever heard of the term like stuck in a rut? Or you dug yourself in a hole, something like that, or you feel like a recluse and you've kind of like taken yourself and kind of buried yourself. Well, I was listening to a really great speaker who was talking about getting yourself out of that hole. And what she said is, usually when you're in the hole that day, you can't seem to find your way out of it. So some of you, I know it's common for me when I feel like that. I just need sleep. I need to go to bed and I need to start fresh. And basically what she said is, every morning we wake up and we're not in the hole. We decide to put ourselves there. So I want you to focus on that maybe throughout the weeks when you find yourself in the hole. Sleep, wake up, and decide to not go in that hole. And if you find yourself going in it, just try to extend how long you don't go there. Like if it's really hard for you to stay positive in a certain time of your life, then commit to 10 minutes of your day of not going there, and then extend it to an hour, and then a half a day, and then fully the day. So I thought I would just share that with you, because sometimes we find ourselves in those little holes, and maybe that will make sense for you when you find yourself there, to just kind of go to sleep, wake up fresh, and decide not to go back. With that being said, let's go ahead and focus on our breath. Ujjayi breath right here. So we're breathing in and out of the nostrils. So on this first inhale, I want you to breathe in, expand the belly full of air. Like let it come into the lungs deep as you can. And then pause for just a moment. And then exhale, let everything out. Empty the lungs completely, making room for only positive new energy to enter in. And we'll repeat that cycle over and over through tonight's practice. This is your Ujjayi breath. It's rhythmic, and if you lose it, I want you to back off your postures and come right back to it. So deep inhale, pause, and then exhale everything out. So with this breath, we cleanse the body, we detox, we calm our nervous system. One of the greatest tools that we have. And so from here, once you've got that breath work started and you feel comfortable, I want you to just go ahead and flip all the way over onto your belly, and we're going to come into a little child's pose here. We're going to start off there. So the knees are wide, the toes are touching, and we're going to settle our hips back on the heels and just put your forehead on the mat. I'm going to check everybody out, make sure that everything looks right. You can just relax your elbows for now. Good. So the goal of this posture is to start to open the hips, stretch under the arms, into the ribs. So you're trying to get your chest close to the mat. Beautiful. If you need to come up, readjust a little wider and then settle back in, feel free to do that. And then I want you to try to find stillness. Once you find your edge, try to resist the urge to fidget and just rely on your breath. Just to sink into your mat, sink into the moment. Set an intention for your practice today if you'd like, small or big. Deep, deep breaths. So from here, we're going to activate the child's pose. What happens is we bring our knees to touch, and we're going to just activate our toes right underneath us. And we're going to lift our elbows off the ground. From here, let's just shift our body weight forward, coming into all fours. Your wrists are just directly under your shoulders. Your knees are under your hips. And we're going to take one leg to the back of the mat. Push into your calf muscle. So this is stretching the toes, the ankles, the calf. We'll slowly switch out, drop that knee down, and extend the other leg back. You gotta really work for it, really push into that calf muscle. Good. You might even kind of turn over onto the side and back so that you get all the areas of the calf, the outside and inside too. Go ahead, drop that knee down, and we'll move through cat and cow here to start heating the core. So we're gonna inhale, and we're gonna look up to the sky. So stay here, let me walk you through it. Your belly's dropped close to the mat, and your head and tailbone are up to the sky. Shoulders away from the ears. Now exhale, round just like a scared cat. Look at your belly button. Inhale, look up, tailbone comes with it, belly drops out. Big breath in. Now exhale, round the back, look at your belly button. Let's move through 3 more cycles. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round the back. Really tall spine. 2 more cycles. Feel free to add some circular motion or side to side if it feels good. And last one, big breath in. And exhale it out, round the back. We're going to come right back to center and move through spinal stability. So extend one leg to the back of the mat, and then the opposite arm forward. So we're really only at shoulder and hip height. So just extend, think the lengthening through the spine. And on your next exhale, slowly set the hand and the leg down. Good job. Find your balance, and when you're ready, extend the other leg back. Arm forward, stretch, and breathe. Your greatest expansion right here, and slowly set it down. Beautiful. We're going to come up to our knees for gate pose. Everybody's going to have to stick the same leg out, or we'll have a little issue with legs crossing over. So I'm going to take mine out to the side, and then you guys can go ahead all the way across. Good job. So from here, what we want to do is start to hinge over and lift our arm over. This is gate pose. Deep stretch for the side body. So don't collapse into the shin. Use your core and lift up. Now the kicker is to twist and look up at the sky. Try to open and breathe. job, y'all. Just let that down and around. We'll find the center, and then you can slowly start to work on that other side. The toes too, if they feel better facing the front instead of out to the side, either way is totally fine. Let's inhale it over, big stretch. So exhale and extend. Really try to lift up through the core, and then we'll twist and open. Beautiful. Go ahead, circle down and around. And we're going to go ahead, activate the toes in the back, and sit back. It's a test. So if it hurts too bad, come back on the knees. This one really stretches the toes. You can lean back and get a little more. Yeah, it's different, right? The first time you do it, it's like, what? Yes, so if it feels better, just come right back up, and if it's still too much, just lift off a little bit. You're still getting the stretch in the toes, I promise. And then if you want to stretch your back, you can come around and over. This one feels really good to me. Just a little twist for the spine. We'll find center and work our way over the other side. Anybody get any pops there? A little bit. Good job. Come back to the center. We'll come into our child's pose. Yes, we're going to stretch the hips. So lean back, settle in, and then we're going to walk it forward. So stay wide knees, keep your toes together, and lift them up to the sky. So this is a little gentle back bend. Good. It's going to stretch your hips too. It feels really nice. If you have a low back injury, don't look up. If you're okay with it, gaze at the sky. Good. Float right back. And we'll slowly connect the knees together, tuck the toes, and we're going to suck our belly button into our spine and lift our hips, downward facing dog here. So the heels are close to the mat. You guys stay in your downward facing. I just want to check everybody out. Look for perfect alignment. Relax your head. Good. Hips are tall, heels are close to the mat. You're only about shoulder distance apart, so you can bring the legs in a little. And then from here, we're gonna float one leg to the sky. It doesn't matter which one, just lift it up there. And then you can bend your knee and flex your foot. So you're bending it over the hip. Good. Flex the foot. And then on your next inhale, send it back up tall, and then all the way back down. Good job. Let's try the other side. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, flex and bend. Inhale, straighten it tall, and then set it down. Beautiful. Walk the hands and feet together into a forward fold. So we're just inching them together. And from here, we're just gonna lift up a couple of inches. Work on the low back, maybe twist from side to side. See if that feels really good to the spine. Beautiful. Take it all the way back down into your deepest forward fold you can find. So the ways that you can deepen is, number one, you can grab the back of your calf muscles and really pull your body close. Number two, you can flatten your hands on the ground, palms up or down. And then number three, you can even tuck under the toes if your body is flexible enough for that. Either way, we're just working our top body close to the bottom. Take a deep breath and exhale all the way down. Tuck your hands down in front of your legs and slowly just trace the fronts of your legs into a standing posture. Beautiful job. Lift the shoulders up, back and down. And we'll just stand here for a few seconds, get acclimated into our new posture standing before we start to flow. So the bugs, we're in nature. They will visit you. It's okay if you have to swat them. We won't be mad at you. Don't let them feast on you. All right, so since our shoulders are all the way back and down, now we can just align our chin right with the ground, with the horizon. We're gonna begin to flow here, a couple of sun salutations, modified first, then you can increase it if you'd like. So we'll take a big breath in and reach up for the sky. Now exhale and forward fold. So just fold it all the way down. And then you're gonna just take a half lift, big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead, plant your hands into the mat and step back into a plank. Since we're all doing it modified the first time together, go ahead, bend your knees. You're gonna shift your body weight all the way forward and then come into a half push-up. And then from here, release your toes down, push forward into cobra. Now we're gonna just flip our toes right back under, lift our hips, downward facing dog. Take 3 cycles of breath here, guys. Big breath in, exhale it out. Inhale big, and then deepen in your posture. Let your head go, your hips are high. Last breath, inhale, exhale it out. Now we're gonna look between the hands, take a breath in, and then step towards your fingers. So just step up and come to a half lift. Hang out here for just a moment. I wanna cue alignment. So press your shoulders back and away. They don't wanna collapse forward. Really press them back. Now you can let your breath out and relax down, forward fold. So we're gonna reach our arms out and up. And then you can just come right through your heart center and find rest in your mountain pose. Good job. Who's first time to do a sun salutation like that? Anybody? Yeah, perfect, you did good. So that's very common to see in yoga. And so this next round, you may see people take it up a notch. I encourage you to learn it just like we did it and don't change it up for several times. That way you learn it and you keep your back safe and you learn alignment, and then later you can take it up a notch. All right, so I'm gonna cue it both ways this time, and you can choose to do whatever you'd like. Okay, so Alyssa's gonna do the unmodified. She's doing full out. I'm gonna show you guys modified, so you can watch whoever you need to here. So let's start in mountain pose, shoulders back and down, and we'll breathe in, lift our arms, and then exhale, forward fold. Just let it all down. Take your half lift, inhale. We're gonna step all the way down and into our half push-up on our toes or knees. Then you're gonna come forward into your cobra or upward facing dog, and then flip the toes downward facing. We'll always take a few breaths here, check in, give your body a chance to reacclimate. With every exhale, we're deepening. Let's go ahead, take our gaze between the hands, step or hop to the front. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And reverse swan dive up, come through your heart. And we're gonna flow one more time through. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Take your time, slowly come through your chaturanga, that half push-up, toes or knees. Come into your cobra, upward facing, and then exhale it back, downward facing. 2 cycles of breath. On your exhale, really let it go, y'all. Inhale deeply, exhale it out. Look between the hands, step or hop to the front. Half lift, inhale. And exhale it down to the bottom of the mat. Reach out and up, come through your heart, and find rest in your mountain pose. Beautiful job, guys. So we'll go straight into a little bit of a warrior series, teach you guys some warrior postures. It doesn't matter what foot you're on, because we're in a circle, so it's gonna get off at the halfway mark. Everybody that's on the right, it's gonna be different, so no problem there. We're gonna just take one leg to the front and one leg to the back, And those back toes are just gonna face the diagonal. So this is our warrior one. I'm gonna turn this up. There we go. So warrior one. So you wanna try to square your body off to the front. Each posture, we're gonna try to breathe through 3 to 5 breaths. So really give yourself a chance to find the right alignment. Let's open into our warrior two. So now the back toes turn out all the way. Our knee is right over our ankle. Don't let it go past that. Good. Suck the belly button in. Let the shoulders down. Good. It helps sometimes if you flip them over because that makes the shoulder go down. Good. So we're gonna breathe here, kind of like we're on a surfboard. Inhale forward. And then exhale it into a reverse warrior. Do that again. Inhale it forward. And then exhale it back. One more time. Inhale it forward. Exhale it back. This time we're going to settle into side angle. So we're going to just put our palm resting up on our thigh. And then this top arm is going to reach over our head. Really extend it long. And now see if you can turn your pinky down. So your palm goes to the back. You're just flipping it to the back. There you go. Excellent work. Really reaching for it. Open the shoulders. Beautiful. Now we're going to straighten that front leg and open our arms. Triangle pose here. Beautiful. From here, let's go ahead. Let that top arm down to the ground. We're going to come into a little low lunge and we're going to reverse this. So once you find your balance, lift your arm up. Sink the hips down low. Hold and breathe. Good job. Just frame the foot right here. We're going to hold. We're going to let these hips settle. Now we're going to take this front leg. See if we can get it to go to the back of the mat for plank pose. Take your time. If it doesn't go easily, it's okay. It takes time and practice, and then it'll float back there pretty easily. So in our plank pose, we're going to hold for about 10 seconds. If it gets difficult, set one or both knees down. Beautiful. Go ahead, lift your hips, downward facing dog. We're going to look between the hands, step or hop to the front. Take that lift halfway up, breath in, release it all the way down. And this time we're going to trace the fronts of the legs, just all the way up the body. This time connect your hands to your heart, lift them up to the sky, and take a little back bend here. So press your hips forward, let your head drop out. Now we can open into those cactus arms. Big open heart. Connect the hands, look forward. Good, and float the arms down. Excellent work. We're going to try all of that on the other side. So go ahead, step that other foot forward, and the back foot is facing the diagonal. Everybody doing okay? Remember, if you need to take a break, sometimes it's an emotional break, sometimes it's a physical break, and sometimes that's just what we need. So feel free to take it if you need it. Arms forward. Really shift that body towards the front of the mat. Good. Be in tune with where you notice the tightness. See if you can take a deep breath and see if that area will allow you to go a little deeper, stretch it a little more. Good. Open into your warrior two, so back toes turn out. We get a little bit wider with our stance. So we're giving it 110%, just right there at the edge, really challenging our edge. And everybody's is different. I see lots of you guys mindfully already opening up because you know your tendency is to lift the arms. That's beautiful that you're in tune and know, I need to do this. I need to teach my muscles to let go. Perfect. Breathe in, reach forward. Now exhale and reverse. The back hand touches the inner thigh, top arm to the sky. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, flow back. Last one, reach it forward, breath in. Exhale it back, reach. And then you're gonna let it go, rest on your thigh. And arm comes overhead, spiral the pinky down, turn the palm to the back. Good. Now see what happens when you let your hips go. Good, I saw it. Saw the adjustment. I'm sure you felt it. Now let's open our arms, straighten our front leg, triangle pose. Reaching for the sky. Now, if you're super flexible, you might be able to come to your fist on the bottom. If you need a modification, rest on your shin. Lots of modifications. Now we're gonna let that top arm down, plant it on the ground, come into a little lunge, and then we're gonna reverse this lunge so that top arm is gonna reach up. We're facing the inside of the leg, and see if you can square off your shoulders. Stack them one on top of the other. If it's too hard to reach up, just hang on to your knee and twist. Good. Hold and breathe. From there, we'll frame the foot, allow our body to sink into the lunge, really open up through the hips. That's where we call our emotional junk drawer. Y'all hear me talk about it all the time. So when you get scared, what happens? You clench up, you hold your emotions in your hips. This is the area that women have to work on pretty hard. This is where we stay pretty tight. So from here, let's go ahead, step it back into that plank pose. Good, hold your plank at least 10 seconds on your toes or one knee down. Breath in when it gets hard, exhale it out. Inhale deeply and exhale it out. Beautiful, drop your knees down. Come back into your child's pose. Active, knees together, toes are active, elbows off the mat. Forehead can rest. Take this opportunity, check in. Breathe deep, catch your breath, refocus. Perfect. We're gonna take it forward. And from this kneeling position, we're gonna go ahead and just step one leg forward. So stay in the kneeling position, but just come forward, good. Now we're gonna take one hand up to the knee, and we're gonna start to come onto the outside of the foot. If you want to, that back leg might have a little bit more room to stretch back. If you've got a little bit of extra flexibility, adjust back and you can let your toe down. All right, we're coming into pigeon. Y'all know if you've been in my classes, it's my least favorite pose. All right, take it over. So you're gonna come all the way over to the side of your mat, and then you're gonna try to go flat. I can't do it, okay? This is just where I'm super tight, but I want to not keep that from y'all. I want you to come into this posture. So you wanna settle in it on the top of it. So at home, what I do is I stuff a lot of pillows and blankets under there, and I'm up pretty high. If you don't have access to pillows and blankets and you can't come down, then you're gonna do what I'm doing, and you're gonna pull this leg back a little bit, and then you can come on top of it. Okay, so go where you need to go. This is the goal. You want to have your shin parallel to the front of your mat. It takes a lot of effort, I know. The other option, because I'm like you, that's where I was.
I feel like I'm doing it.
You're not.
I feel like if you're not sitting like this.
Nope, you just gotta be on top of it. You could, it's gonna have room. She has room to come down more, but you're good. As long as you can stay on the middle, you're good. The other option, y'all, is to let your shin be parallel and then make this shin parallel with the other side. So you're in a little Z-sit here, and then you're gonna take it over. So we've all got levels. We're gonna stay here for 30 seconds. Pick where your level is, and I want you to breathe through it. Challenge it. You've got to be working for it. So stay in the middle on top of it, and if you can lay flat, arms extend out, lay flat. I'm still not there. This is one for me that if I'm not constantly working it, it tightens right back up. A lot of it has to do with your anatomy. A lot of it has to do with your emotions. So don't judge yourself if you can't get it. There's gonna be other postures that you nail that everybody else is gonna struggle with. So this is the one for me too, so I feel ya. But we're gonna sit with it. One of the valuable lessons in yoga that we learn is to sit with the pain, okay? We don't want pain that is going to cause us injury, but a challenge is good. Sit and breathe with it. And then we're going to take it up to the elbows and then the palms. And we're going to just let that come right back into a little kneeling plank again. So here we are back at square one. We feel lopsided now. All right, let's take that other leg to the front. So slowly work it up there. And when I was first starting too, I had to pull it. I was like, come on leg, you're coming with me. And then once you get there, you can open the hip up. Come onto the side of the foot. Really track the hips forward. Good. Now we're going to come back center, start to walk that foot over. Remember your options here. You can be flat and this one can be bent, or this one can be straight and you can bend this one. Okay? Is this one harder or easier? Harder. Yeah, we've got a good side and a bad side. Like real life, right?
Well, the other side didn't feel as good.
Yeah, I get a lot more out of doing the Z-sit than I do with the leg in the back. So find which one gives you the best outcome. And we're gonna hold it 30 seconds, okay? So for those of you who've been working with me on your breath, see if you can make the 30 seconds last for 3 breaths. I'm gonna turn it up. We're gonna relax into the stretch. Slowly start to come out of it, up to the elbows, then the palms. Start to work your legs to the back into that kneeling position. While we have the pretty song on, we're gonna come into a side plank. So your knees are planted. If you're modified, if you're not, Alyssa's gonna show you up on the feet, knees off. We're gonna come into side plank. So she's shifting over. I'm keeping one knee down, okay? And then we're gonna extend one arm up. So you really have the option here to keep one knee down, or you can have them both off. Either way is just fine. Hold and breathe. For those of you that wanna try the challenge, bend your knee or extend up. Wherever you're at, own it, breathe through it. Beautiful. Come right back to center, kneeling plank or regular. Take a breath in and out. Beautiful. Switch over. So a knee is down, one leg extended, or you have the options, one foot in front of the other, or you can stack them. You can bend the top knee. You can extend. Find your level, hold and breathe. Come back, center. Beautiful. We're all bent knee here. Good. Let's lower down. We're going to do some tricep push-ups. We're going to work on our strength. That's going to make us better in our chaturangas. Turn your fingertips. Your thumbs are pointing up. You want to squeeze your elbows into your sides. Scrape them as you lower down halfway. Exhale, push away. 3 more. Inhale slowly. Exhale it up. 2 more. Inhale. Push away. Last one, best one. Slow. And push it away. Good job. Rest in wide knee child's pose. This time, I want you to come on the side of your face and put your arms back around behind you. Sides with the head, flip around to the other side. You can come up, release, and then lower back down. Chest is close to the mat. Hips are open, and we're breathing. Slowly rise up, push yourself into a seated posture on your mat. We're going to have our legs out in front of us, staff pose. Ooh, who's sweaty? I'm the sweater. I'm sweating with you. Great detox. Hey, last week who slept amazing after class? I had like at least 4 people message me and they were like, we need a repeat. Because I slept so good, and I did too, and I have that recorded, so if you need it, let me know. Say I need that sleep one. All right, let's take a leg across, and then we're going to just connect the opposite elbow to the outside. Once you get there, go ahead, reach back with that other arm, sit up nice and tall. You're going to take a gaze all the way to the back of your mat. So keep your head and straight, don't look down. Take a breath in. On the exhale, see if you can look over that back shoulder. Inhale, let it loose just a little. Exhale, look over that shoulder. Last time, let it go about an inch. And then exhale it out, twist. Take it back, center, let it go, shake it out, switch sides, connect that elbow, sit up nice and tall, gaze to the middle. On your exhale, look over the shoulder, really work for it. Just inhale and exhale a few more times. I'm going to check you guys out. Perfect job on your alignment and your tall backs. Every exhale, we're trying to get a little more. Good. Let's let it go. Come back center. Shake those legs right back out. Good. Active toes here. We're going to sit up really tall. Rest your palms on your thighs. Has it been awkward being across from somebody? So in my retreat, we kind of like get as close as we could, social distancing, and like stare at our partner and have these conversations that were a little awkward. So I was like, this should be interesting. I'm proud of y'all for doing it anyways. I know it's awkward. Lift the shoulders up, back and down. But to tell you the truth, the person that's sitting next to you is more like you than you think. We all go through the same things. So it's awesome to be in tune with one another. Let's breathe in, let's reach up for the sky. And then we're gonna challenge it forward. So stretch as far as you can first. When you find your edge, then I want you to collapse over and let down. Alright, so from here, options, grab your calf muscles, pull yourself down, or your toes and pull down. As you guys pull down and get closer, I want to tell you the benefits of this posture. If you have anxiety, you have fear, anything like that, anger, this is the posture that you want to come into to calm you down. It's the most nurturing pose that we have in yoga. It definitely grounds us. It definitely calms us. And it brings us back into that forgiving nature. So my favorite thing to do here is to have something to grab onto, and I'm going to use my muscle strength and pull away. So I'm rounding my back, pulling away like a C. And then once you get there, now take it to the side. If you have low back pain, this works. So pull away and to the side. Really work for it. If it feels better to fold deeply, then I want you to lay flat on your legs. Come back center and try the other side. Pull away and back. One side's always tighter. You may even feel this in your shoulder blades if you pull enough. Back center. Beautiful. We're going to take it back and down into a little side. Just lay back. We're going to stretch this leg to the back. We're going to work on toning the inner thigh, and then we're going to stretch. So you can be up on your elbow or you can lay out. If you feel more comfortable and you want to just relax, go for it. So from here, really pull that leg up as close as it'll get. And then we're going to lift this leg. Inhale. Now exhale, let it down. Inhale. And let it down. This time I want you to go as high as you can. And pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7. Use your core. 5, 4, 3. Hold it at the top. Who's shaking? Who's shaking? Flex your foot. Make it hard. Good. Let it go. This time, take it in the front. Now grab the ankle. Roll it up. Good. It feels really good just to stay right here, just like this. Play around with this posture. Reach over one way, and then see about reaching over the other way. Just see where you feel best, and I want you to hold it there. Good. Take it back center. We're going to unhook that foot, and we're going to just turn over the other way. Keep that back foot right behind us. And let's engage the inner thigh. Flexed foot. That makes it harder. And we're going to begin with a lift. So lift. Exhale it down. Lift. Exhale it down. Go the highest you can. And lift for 10. 10, 9, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Squeeze, squeeze. Make it shake. Whoever shakes the most wins. Good. It's shaking. And let it go. Good job. Take it in the front. Stretch it out. Find what works for you. You've got to play. You've got to find out. Be a body investigator. Does it feel good to twist this way? Should feel good to come up. Maybe even reach. Just play around with it. For me, all the twisting, the better. Good, we're gonna let that go. I want you to flip your toes where they're in the back. We're coming on our bellies. Oh yes. Let me check our time. Oh, we're still doing good. Let's come into locust. We did this last week because we hear the locust. We're just gonna go ahead and become one. We're gonna come up to, actually we're gonna have our arms back behind us. So, you're resting on your forehead. I can't because of my hat. We're gonna come up, lift your hands and your feet off the ground. All right, you guys tell me, does it feel better to separate the legs or together? All right, separate's easier, right? Together is harder. Find which one you like, hold and breathe. Come on, squeeze everything. 3, 2, let it go. Rest however you'd like. So when we work our core, we work the front a whole lot. Everybody knows to do crunches. But what we forget to do is work our low back. That's gonna keep our hips safe. So that's why we do these poses on our bellies. So just a little yogi lesson, since we do have some new people in the class, you will figure out how close to class you can eat versus not. For me, anytime I get on my belly, if I've ate in the last 2 hours, I feel it, like right here. But my son, he can eat and 10 minutes later do this, and he's fine. So just figure it out. It's somewhere between 0 and 2 hours. All right, let's try it one more time. Locust pose. Take those arms to the back. Did you like your feet separate or together? Put them there. So out or in. Squeeze it all tight and then lift off. Breathe. Do not hold your breath. Don't care about what anybody thinks. Do not judge yourself. You are doing it, and that is what counts. Even if you're just breathing, you're doing yoga. Lift, lift. 3, 2, let it go. Relax any way you'd like. Heart rate is up, let it come down. All right, so we're gonna do it one that I love a lot. We're gonna just come on our side. So put an arm down and just come on that side. Go ahead, once you get there, you're laying on an arm, take the top leg to the back. Okay? Yep, you got it. Now rest your head. Just reach your arm up. This one that's helping you balance right here in the front, just rest it. Now, that hand that's down by your hip, see if it can connect to that foot back there. Can you bend your knee and grab onto your foot? If you can't, it's okay. Just stay there. Just reaching for it so you can connect the foot to the ground, but just get it as close to your hand as you can and then relax. Good. Now, even with the top hand, if you want to reach back there too, you can. Let go with the top hand. Let go of the foot. Come back on your tummies. Beautiful. Does anybody need help with that one? I'm happy to help. But remember, if you can't connect, it's really not a big deal. You're just getting as close as you can. So we're gonna come over to one side, we're gonna put that other arm down, and we're literally just gonna rest on that side. So your hand is just behind you, top leg, just separate it like scissors. Good. Yeah. Beautiful job, guys. Bend your knee if you want to try to reach for that bottom foot. Alyssa's doing side bow if anybody wants to do that one. Lots of options here. You can just stay in the little scissor, or you can grab on with both arms. Let go with that top arm. Let go, bottom foot. Come back on your tummy. Good job. So we're gonna flip over onto our backs. Nobody's gonna be watching you. So just flip over. Your head is at the top of the mat, feet down at the bottom. A little figure 4. So when we were in pigeon earlier, this is called reverse pigeon. So we're just laying on our back and we're gonna stretch that same area. So your heel is right in the middle of your thigh if possible. If it's hanging over, it's okay, but the goal is eventually to be right in the middle. Now we're gonna take our hands, thread them through, grab onto the back of the leg. The base foot is flexed too. We got all this flex. Now we're gonna pull the legs closer to our top body. Let me take a look at everybody. All right, advanced girls who've done this a couple of times, I want you to take one hand to this outside knee. So this hand, and she's gonna push it down and pull that leg. Good. Because when the knee comes up, you lose some of the stretch. Perfect. All right, slowly let those legs down to the ground. And then you can switch figure 4 on the other side. Try to get that foot right in the middle of your thigh. Thread your arms through, grab behind the knee, and slowly pull close. Really challenge it, you guys. Breathe through it, don't hold your breath. Good. Challenging those legs close to the chest, flexing both feet. You guys are amazing. Let it go and just windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Just let them kind of swoosh from side to side, shake it all out. Perfect. We're gonna set up for bridge pose. So the knees are active up to the sky, the feet are flat. Now see if you can walk your feet close to your bottom. See how close you can get them. Perfect. Now plant your hands, palms down right by your hips. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, send your hips up to the sky. So lift your hips, squeeze your thighs together. Beautiful. So touch your chin down to your chest and let all of your weight come into the shoulders. So really walk the weight into the shoulders. You can interlock your fingers underneath you if you'd like. That forces you to really work your shoulders underneath you. Feel free to lift one leg up to the sky. And when you're ready, switch it out. You don't have to lift a leg. You can just stay with the hips high. Really lift, lift, lift. Squeeze them up top. you find release, hug the knees into the chest, and just rock from side to side. Go ahead and let those legs right back down to the mat. Go ahead and extend one leg down to the mat and keep one knee bent. Hug it into the chest. Straighten it out. Breathe through it. Pull it close. Flex the foot. Now point. Flex again. And point. Good. We're going to come into half happy baby. So see if you can take a hold of your toe. If you can't, just hold on to the ankle. Now we're going to just open to the side. So you're trying to pull your knee into your underarm. If you want to straighten this leg out, you can straighten it and pull it over to the side. It might cross your partner. If they don't mind, it's all good. If not, just work on the inside of that hip by coming into your half happy baby. Good. We're going to pass that down to the bottom of the mat, and we're going to slowly work the other knee into the chest. Breathe here. Extend the leg. Let's point and flex just a few times. And we'll grab the ankle or the toe and come into that half happy baby. So stay here with the knee bent, or you can extend it. Now I want you to come to the center. Lots of options here. So you can hold onto your pants, or you can grab the ankles or the toes. And I want you to see if you can allow your hips to come off of the mat. So take some balance here. If you can, point your toes. Now flex your feet. Point your toes. And flex. One of my favorites. Point. And flex. Good job. Feel free to come into full plow if you'd like, or you can just stay right here. Totally up to you. Slowly start to release down. Good. Now we're going to come into supine butterfly. So all 10 toes are touching. Now you can start to release your breath. Come back to that natural state of breathing. We're going to let our feet go to the mat, but we're going to stay in the butterfly position. So let your hips stay open, let gravity work on them. You're going to just take one hand to your belly button and one hand to your heart. Feel your heart beating. Come into this present moment. Opportunity to be thankful, fill up with gratitude. Let's take one final big breath in. And as you exhale, go ahead, lower your feet down to the the bottom of the mat. Let your arms go. You can grab essential oils if you brought them to class. You can utilize them at this time. You can rub them on your wrist or behind your neck. Take a chance to just cup the hands over the nostrils. Breathe in the aromas. And when you're ready, you can come all the way into corpse pose. Everything is completely relaxed. Start at the bottom of the body with the feet. And just allow your toes to let loose, your ankles to drop open. Your calves are resting into the earth. Your low back is supported. Your palms are facing up in a receiving posture, allowing those blessings to rain down on you. Open your chest, both shoulders are nice and broad, and your neck is away from, or your head is away from your body. Nice long neck. Relax your face and your jaw. You guys just stay there. Find complete rest as much as you can. Feel free if you want to cover your eyes with your towel. You can do that. But I want you to let go of your breath, your thoughts, your muscles, and find complete relaxation and rest in these next 2 minutes. I'll bring you guys back. Just rest. Totally normal if anything comes up. It's part of a new practice, and I know the buggies are out, so it's okay if you need to move a little. This is all practice. It's not perfect. That's what I love about yoga. There's no perfection. We're always working towards something else. Just give your body lots of love and grace. You're ready, you can go ahead and just move into another posture, maybe laying on your side or on your belly. Take these last few opportunities to connect spiritually. Send up a prayer, send up your thanks. Posture just when you're ready. Any seated posture of choice. So you can sit like me in staff pose, or you can have your legs crossed, or you can stay laying down. It's just like, I'm good. Stay there, girl. Sometimes I wish we could just bring our sleeping bags and stay here. Well, I don't know about the bugs this time, but so in the hot part of summer, we do get the little mosquitoes. But they usually last, a month or two, and then they're gone. So let's sit up nice and tall. Let's take our shoulders up, back, and down. And just take your hands right there to your chest. Connect your thumbs to your heart. Close your eyes. See if you can feel your heart beating. Extend your elbows out wide. Shoulders down. Let's take a big inhale and exhale it out. This time, the sky. Big inhale. And then just come right back down, heart center, exhale it out. One more time, big breath, stretch it tall. And right back down to the heart. We'll take our hands right up to our third eye. It's located in between the eyebrows, the eye of wisdom. Sky above, earth below, and peace within. Let's all bow and say namaste. Then you can just bring your hands right back to your heart. Thank you guys so much. Beautiful, beautiful practice. So excited that you guys were willing to get into the